I don't think people understand the true significance of the rapture. The rapture, according to the Bible, is the moment when Jesus Christ will return to take all true believers, Christians, to be with him in heaven. The Apostle Paul writes about this in 1 Thessalonians 4:16. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. In that moment, every Christian, both living and dead, will be taken to meet Jesus in the air. It's a miraculous, sudden event that will leave the world in shock. Can you imagine what unbelievers will think seeing people disappear right before their eyes? What about people who thought they were saved? The Bible describes the rapture as a time of immense change. In the blink of an eye, people will be gone, leaving behind their clothes, belongings, and vehicles. Those who were left behind will be left to face the consequences of a world without God's presence. In Matthew chapter 24, verses 40 to 42, Jesus describes how two people will be working in the field, and one will be taken, while the other will be left behind. Then two men will be in the field. One will be taken, and the other left. Two women will be grinding at the mill. One will be taken, and the other left. Watch, therefore, for you do not know what hour your Lord is coming. This sudden disappearance will be a mystery to the world, but for Christians, it will be the glorious fulfillment of God's promise. After the rapture, the world will experience unprecedented chaos. With millions of people suddenly gone, there will be confusion, fear, and turmoil. Cars suddenly empty, pilots gone, doctors, nurses. This will be worldwide and usher in a time that nobody has ever seen. The Bible describes this time in Revelation as the beginning of the tribulation, a period of intense suffering and judgment for those left behind. The Antichrist will rise to power, promising peace, but bringing destruction. People will be forced to choose between following him or facing the consequences of persecution. The good news is that for Christians, the rapture is the fulfillment of God's promise that he will return to take his people home. It is not a time to fear, but a moment to eagerly await, knowing that we will be with Christ forever. Revelation 22-20 reminds us of the hope we have in this promise. Also, the rapture is not just about escape, it's about hope. It's about the fulfillment of God's plan to bring us into eternal fellowship with him. In that moment, Christians will experience the joy of being with Christ, forever free from pain, sin, and suffering. Are you prepared for the rapture? It could happen at any moment. Please consider this question. The Bible calls us to be prepared, to live with expectancy, and to stay faithful until the end. Until that day comes, let us live in hope, knowing that Christ will return for his people. Please like and share this video if you like this content. Consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching. This is Brian with Redefined Life.